Hey everyone, welcome to the Explainer. Today we are going completely beyond the grade. We're going to completely dismantle this old, tired idea that having a high GPA is the only valid form of intelligence. And we're going to help you figure out how your unique mind actually works.
So, let me ask you to just be totally honest for a second. Have you ever felt, not smart enough just because you struggled with one specific subject in school? Look, for pretty much our entire lives, we've been fed this very specific narrative about what it means to be smart. We're told that acing tests, getting straight A's, being that classic book smart kid, that's the only real way to be intelligent. We literally throw parties for the person with the highest GPA. And hey, don't get me wrong, those are genuinely awesome accomplishments. But here's the thing. When we only measure intelligence by how well you sit at a desk and take a test, we are completely overlooking the incredible natural talents of so many people. You might have spent years feeling like you were falling behind, when in reality, your unique talents just weren't the ones being tested. And that's exactly why we need to flip the script. We really need to move away from just measuring ourselves against book smart and high GPAs and start recognizing what real, diverse intelligence actually looks like. I mean, maybe you're naturally gifted at solving real-world complex problems, or maybe you have this unbelievable gut instinct where you just understand your own emotions while simultaneously reading the room and decoding complex social situations around you. Intelligence comes in so many different, beautiful forms, and it absolutely cannot be summed up by a single letter on a report card.
So there's actually some fascinating science backing this up. It all ties back to psychologist Howard Gardner and his theory of multiple intelligences. Gardner's concept basically throws out the idea of a single IQ metric. Instead, he argues that humans possess at least 8 totally distinct types of intelligence. The whole idea is that intelligence isn't a single switch, it's a massive spectrum. And as a human being, you naturally exhibit varying degrees of ability across all these different types, meaning you could totally struggle in one area, but be an absolute undeniable genius in another.
All right, let's actually put this into practice and find out where your unique strengths lie. Go ahead and grab a pen, a piece of paper, or just open up the Notes app on your phone. We're going to run through a quick, really fun self-discovery quiz. Just keep track of your answers, whether you're leaning toward A, B, C, or D. And let's see what your dominant intelligence type actually is. Quick disclaimer, obviously this is just for fun and self-reflection, not a medical diagnosis. Okay, ready? Let's dive in.
Let's kick things off with a few scenarios. Question 1. You're stuck in a really tough spot. What's your very first instinct? Do you A, analyze the problem logically step by step, B, talk it out with someone you really trust, C, just go with your gut feeling, or D, imagine some totally creative, unconventional solution? Okay, question 2. Which of these sounds like the absolute most satisfying way to spend your time? Is it A, crushing puzzles or strategy games, B, writing stories, playing music, or drawing, C, helping a friend work through some emotional stuff, or D, physically building, fixing, or organizing something? And question 3. When people come to you at work or school, what are they usually looking for? A, advice and emotional support, B, creative ideas, C, cold hard facts and problem solving, or D, motivation and leadership? Got those written down? Awesome.
Okay, keeping that momentum going, let's look at how you interact with the world. Question 4. What kind of environment gives you the most energy? A, a quiet, peaceful place alone with your thoughts? B, a really lively, deep group conversation? C, a hands-on activity or outdoor adventure? Or D, a space that's just packed with music, art, and inspiration? Question 5. How do you learn best? A, by hearing or discussing facts? B, by seeing visuals, patterns, and diagrams? C, by physically getting your hands dirty and trying it yourself? Or D, by connecting emotionally to whatever the topic is? Moving right along to question 6. Which statement sounds the most like you? A, I notice patterns that everyone else misses. B, I can instantly sense someone's mood. C, I express myself best creatively. Or D, I'm super aware of my body and physical movement. You are doing great. Just a few more to go.
Let's bring it home with some slightly deeper reflections. Question 7. Unlimited free time. What are you doing? A, going down a research rabbit hole on a random topic. B, creating art, music, or content. C, hanging out with your favorite people. Or D, exploring nature, playing sports, or traveling. Question 8. What kind of compliment really hits home for you? A, you are so smart. B, you really just get people. C, you are incredibly creative. Or D, you really make things happen. Question 9. In a conversation, what's your style? A, quiet observer taking it all in. B,
the storyteller making everyone laugh? C, the one asking really thoughtful questions? Or D, the person who gets hyped up explaining theories? And lastly, question 10. What ultimately feels the most meaningful to you in life? A, deeply understanding yourself and the world? B, connecting with others? C, creating something truly meaningful? Or D, experiencing life as directly and fully as possible?
And we are done. That wasn't so bad, right? Take a quick second and tally up your letters. Are you mostly A's, B's, C's, or D's? I am so excited for this part. Let's see what your answers actually reveal about the unique way your brain works.
All right, if you got mostly A's, you have the analytical mind. This means you've got super strong logical or intrapersonal intelligence. You are the kind of person who genuinely loves understanding complex systems, spotting patterns, and diving into the deeper meanings of things. You're probably the one overthinking a text message at 2 a.m., watching random documentaries, or staying up researching exactly how black holes work just because you saw a cool video about it. Your core strength is your incredible depth. You probably love psychology, coding, philosophy, all that good stuff. The blind spot, though? You might fall into the trap of perfectionism or overanalyzing things so much that you disconnect emotionally while trying to just rationally solve everything. Just remember, being smart doesn't mean having all the answers. Sometimes it's just about being curious enough to keep asking questions. Now, if your paper is full of B's, you are the people smart type. You have incredibly strong interpersonal intelligence. You're emotionally aware, highly intuitive socially, and you just have a gift for understanding how other people feel. You create this vibe of emotional safety, which is exactly why your friends are always coming to you for advice. Your brilliance is that you notice the little things. You catch subtle tone changes, awkward silences, or that fake, "I'm fine," that definitely means they are not fine. This type of intelligence is literally priceless, even if society doesn't always put it on a pedestal like a high test score. The flip side, you can easily absorb way too much from other people. That leads to boundary issues and real emotional burnout. Empathy is your superpower for sure. Just don't forget to give yourself some of that care too. If you tallied up mostly C's, welcome to the Creative Soul Club. You've got strong creative or artistic intelligence. Your brain naturally and beautifully connects ideas, emotions, and imagination. Dry information just doesn't do it for you. You crave meaning and atmosphere. You might show this through your art, your humor, your style, or even just how you decorate your room. Now, because your mind is so dynamic, traditional schooling might have made you feel a little out of place growing up. Maybe teachers labeled you as too dreamy or too sensitive or distracted. But listen to me. Creativity is never a weakness. Literally, some of the most world-changing ideas in human history came from people who saw the world differently, exactly like you do. And finally, if you got mostly D's, you are the experiential learner. This points to strong bodily or kinesthetic intelligence. You learn best by doing. Action, movement, physically experiencing things. That's your sweet spot. Sitting perfectly still and listening to a 2-hour lecture probably sounds like actual torture to you. But the second you physically get your hands on a project, boom, it clicks instantly. Your physical awareness, your adaptability, and your action-based learning are totally valid forms of intelligence. Let's be real, not every genius sits behind a desk all day. You understand life best by actually living it, by getting out there and making it happen. And honestly, the real world desperately needs more of your kinetic energy. Now, this spectrum perfectly illustrates the big picture. Because obviously, human beings are wonderfully complex. No 10-question quiz can perfectly define your entire existence. Most of us are actually this dynamic, messy, beautiful mix of these different intelligence types. You might be super analytical but also have crazy deep empathy. You might be incredibly creative but learn best hands-on. We all carry different slices of this pie within us. So, if there is one absolutely crucial thing I want you to take away from this explainer, it's this quote right here. Intelligence is much bigger than a test score, a grade, or how productive you are. If you have spent years beating yourself up because you just didn't fit the cookie-cutter mold of a straight A student, it is officially time to let that go. You are intelligent in profound, incredibly impactful ways that you probably haven't even fully appreciated yet. Your specific brand of genius, it is totally valid. So I'm going to leave you with this. Which intelligence type did you get? Did it surprise you? Or did it finally put a name to something you've kind of always known about yourself? I'd love it if you sent this explainer to a friend, a coworker, or a family member who maybe has been a little too hard on themselves lately. Let's start celebrating all the amazing ways the human mind actually works. Thank you so much for exploring with me today. And hey, keep discovering that brilliant mind of yours.